Student, today we are going to practice questions based on vector. First question here: find the unit vector. Find the unit vector parallel to the resultant of the vectors. Given vector A vector is equals to 2i cap plus 3j cap plus 4k cap, and B vector is equals to 3i cap minus 5j cap plus k cap. You have to find unit vector which is parallel to resultant of these two vectors. Quick, solve it. Question sheet. First, I will find out resultant of these two vectors. I will just add these two vectors. 2i cap plus 3i cap. I will get 5i cap. I will get 5i cap. Then 3j cap minus 5j cap. You will get minus 2j cap minus 2j cap. It is plus 4k cap plus k cap. You will get 5k cap. So this is the R vector, resultant of these two vectors. I am needed to find unit vector which is parallel to this vector. To first find out what is the modulus of this vector. You will obtain 5 square plus 2 square plus 5 square. And you will obtain here, it is 45 plus 4 plus 25. That means modulus of this vector is root 54. Modulus of this vector is root 54. Now I have got to find unit vector. What is unit vector? Unit vector is vector. Unit vector is vector divided by modulus. So what is resultant vector? Resultant vector is 5i cap minus 2j cap plus 5k cap. And what is my modulus of this resultant vector? Root 54. This is your final answer. This will be unit vector. Next question given to you. If A vector is equals to I cap plus 2j cap minus k cap, and B vector is equals to minus I cap minus 2j cap minus 2k cap, find the value of A vector dot B vector. Okay, solution, you want to find A dot B. I dot I. This magnitude is 1, this modulus is 1. You will get here what? Minus 1. Now 2j multiplied by minus 2j. You will get here minus 4. Sorry, plus 4. 1 is plus and 1 is minus. You will get here minus. Now it is minus k, it is minus 2k. You will get the plus 2. What is it? Minus 5 plus 2. Final result is minus 3. Dot product will give you always a scalar quantity, so make sure no direction, no base vectors are attached here. It is only and only scalar quantity. Write the question number 3. First write the statement, then draw the diagram. A rope, you can see the rope in the sketch. A rope is stretched between two poles, by a weight of 50 Newton. By a weight of 50 Newton as shown in figure. By a weight of 50 Newton as shown in figure. These are two poles. This is a rope, and this rope is pulled by a weight of 50 Newton. This is the sketch for the question. Find the tension. Find the tension P1 and T2. Find the tension P1 and T2. And in the question, value of cos 15, that is 0.96, and value of sin 15, that is 0.25 is given to you. Value of sin 15 and value of cos 15 is given to you. I'm again repeating the question. There are the two poles. A rope is placed there. With the help of a weight force, this rope is stretched. This rope will develop this kind of shape. Here angle is 30 degree, angle is 50 degree. You have to find value of P1 and T2. Question gives you value of cos 15 as well as sin 15. Question. First, I am developing resolution of vector. Tension is a force. Force is a vector quantity. So I am taking T1, T2 and weight force. I have taken T1, T2 and weight force. Now see, this angle is given 30 degree. This angle is also 30 degree. This angle is given till 15. This angle is also 15 degree. Now I resolve T1 in two components. One is horizontal component T1 cos 30. One is vertical component T1 sin 30. In the same manner, I resolve T2 also. Horizontal component T2 cos 15 and vertical component T2 sin 15. Now, first I am balancing the forces in x-axis. So in x-axis, it is T1 cos 30, it is T2 cos 15. These both are equalized. Value of T1 cos 30 is what? That is root 3 by 2. T2 cos 15 value given by question, that is 0.96. In the same manner, I will find out the expression for y-axis. If I am balancing in y-axis, so y-axis says to us T2 sin 15 plus T1 sin 30 T1 sin 30 is equals to weight force, and weight force given in question is 50 Newton. Value of W is equals to 50 Newton, which is given by the question. Now, from this equation, I can find out the relation between T1 and T2. From this equation 1, T1, T2 both are unknown, and from this equation again T1, T2 are known. You are having the two equations and two variables. You are having two equations and two variables. I hope you all can resolve it. Try to resolve it. Here, I place the value of T2. I want to find here T2. T2 is equal to T1 root 3 by 2 at 0.96. Root 3 is 1.732. If you resolve, you will get 0.8961. Place this value. Right here, T2 is what? 0.8961. Sin 15 given to you 0.25. T1. Sin 30 is 1 by 2 is equal to 50. Resolve from here, you get value of T1. T1 is equal to 16.3. Then T2. T2 is what? 0.896 of T1. So 0.896 of T1 will get 61.23 Newton. This is the question. Two equal forces, 5 Newton. Two equal forces of 5 Newton have their resultant equal to 5 Newton. Two equal forces 5 Newton have their resultant equal to 5 Newton. Then find out at what angle. These both forces are inclined. Then find out at what angle these forces are inclined. See the solution, how we are getting it? We all know expression of resultant. Then you will get Fr square is equals to F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2 cos theta. Question gives you F1 is equals to F2. Let's suppose F1 is equals to F2, that is equals to F, and resultant force is also what? Resultant is also F, that is given by the question. That means I can say F square is equals to F square plus F square plus 2F square cos theta. That means I can write 2F square plus 2F square cos theta, that is equals to F square. Check this side. You will get F square minus 2F square is equals to 2F square cos theta. You will get here minus F square is equals to 2F square cos theta. Minus F square is equals to 2F square cos theta. From here, F square will be cancelled out. You will get cos theta is equals to minus 1 by 2. Cos theta is equals to minus 1 by 2. Now find out that which angle gives you value of minus half in cos. You will get what? This point theta should be 120 degree, because cos 120 will give you minus half. So this is your answer. Next question. The greatest and least resultant of two forces. The greatest and least resultant of two forces acting at a point is 10 Newton. Acting at a point is 10 Newton and 6 Newton. Acting at a point is 10 Newton and 6 Newton. Maximum is 10 Newton and minimum is 6 Newton. If each force is increased by 3 Newton, you increase each force by 3 Newton. If each force is increased by 3 Newton, find the resultant of new forces. Find the resultant of new forces when acting at a point at an angle of 90 degree with each other. See solution here. Question gives you F max. What is the F max? F max is equal to F1 plus F2. And F1 plus F2 is equal to given to you 10. And F minimum is equal to A minus B. Let's suppose F minus F2, we're getting here 6. So F1 plus F2 is equal to 10 and F1 minus F2 is equal to 6. I want to find out what is the value of F1 and F2. Add both equations. We get 2F1 is equal to 16. That is F1 is equal to 8. If F1 is 8, what is the value of F2? Definitely. Value of F2 will be 2 Newton. This is the initial value of F1 and F2. Now, both forces are increased by 3. That means new F1 dash will be 8 plus 3. You will get 11 Newton. You will get 11 Newton. And what is mu F2? You will get here 2 plus 3. That is 5 Newton. So what is the modulus of mu? That is a square plus b square plus 2b cos theta. But question gives you that these both forces are inclined at an angle of 90 degree. So I utilize only e square plus b square. You will get here 121 plus 25. It is square root of 146. You can resolve it. 12.08 Newton. That is FR. Resultant. It is only modulus. It is only modulus. What is the direction? For direction sense, it is always best prepare always a sketch. Always prepare a sketch. This is F1, this is F2. Both are inclined at 90 degree. This is my resultant. And resultant making an angle beta. Now, what is the value of tan beta? What is the value of tan beta? Tan beta you will obtain y component y, x component. What is F2? F2 value given to you 5. F1 value given to you 11. Tan beta is equals to 5 by 11. From here, what is the direction? Direction will be beta is equals to tan inverse 5 by 11. Beta is equals to tan inverse 5 by 11. That is the final answer. This is the direction, not tan beta. Final answer will be here beta. Beta is equals to tan inverse 5 by 11. That is the direction of resulting from the F1 vector. Two forces whose magnitudes are in the ratio 3:5. Two forces whose magnitudes are in ratio 3:5. Ratio 3:5 give a resultant of 28 Newton. Give a resultant of 28 Newton. If the angle of their inclination is 60 degree, find the magnitude of each force. This is the question. Find out what is the magnitude of each force here. In this question, let value of F1 is 3F and value of F2 is 5. That is your point. Theta is given to you. What is the resultant square? Fr square. F1 square will be 3F square, that means 9F square, plus F2 square, you will get 25F square, plus 2AB. 2 into 3F into 5F, you will get here 30F square, and value of theta is cos 60. Cos 60 you will get here 1 by 2. That is the complete point. You will get here 25, 9, 34F square, plus 15F square. It is 28 into 28. 28 F square, 28 into 28. What you will get here? It is 49 F square. This is 28 into 28. Now from here, get the value of F square. That is 28 into 28 divided by 49. 49 means what? 7 into 7. It is what? 4. It is 4. F square is 4 into 4, 16. What is value of F? F you will get 4 meters. What is F1? F1 is 3F. So F1 is your 12 Newton. And what is F2? F2 is given to you 5F. 5F means 20 Newton. The value of F1 and F2 is clear to you. This is the way to calculate value of F1 and F2. Determine the horizontal force. This is the next question. Determine the horizontal force required to displace. Determine the horizontal force required to displace a mass of 0.03 kg. Mass of 0.03 kg suspended by a string until the string makes an angle 30 degree. Until the string makes an angle 30 degree with the vertical. We have to find that horizontal force. That a mass of 0.03 kg which is hanged to a string, it makes 30 degree angle with the vertical. See the solution here. Question gives you, this is the initial situation. There's a string and a mass is hanged. There's a string and a mass of 0.03 kg is hanged with a string. Now apply some horizontal force on it. After this one, what will be my situation? This string is bending and this string is making an angle of 30 degree with the vertical. This is the object and I applied horizontal force. Due to this force, tension is developed here. Here is tension and weight force is vertically down. Now see, this tension can be split into components. One component this side and one component this side. This will be also 30 degree. This component you will get P cos 30 and this component you will get P sin 30. And this is weight force. So applied it. What you will get? P cos 30 is equals to mg. P is equals to mg by cos 30. M is what? 0.03. G is slash upward strength. What is value of cos 30? Cos 30 will get root 3 by 2. That is root 3 by 2. So this is the way. 0.03 into 10. You will get here 0.3 into 6. You will get 6 by root 3. That is value of tension. Now T sin theta is equals to F. T sin theta is equals to F. Solve it. T sin theta. T sin theta is equals to your horizontal force. So from this one, horizontal force required. The value of T is what? 6 by root 3. And value of sin 30 is what? 1 by 2. You will get here 3 by root 3. Horizontal force required, you get it? Obtain the horizontal force required. Here it is 0.03, this is mass given to you. I have to multiply it with G, that is 10. 0.03 10, you will get 0.3 into 2, you will get 0.6 divided by root 3. 0.6 by root 3. That is value of T. And T sin 30 will give you value of horizontal force. It is 0.6 by root 3. Please make it correct. It is 0.3 by root 3. Please make it correct. 0.3 by root 3 to what you will get? 0.23. And what is root 3? 1.732. 0.173 Newton. 0.173 Newton.